How's everyone doing? Today I have a random bag of movies. And if you've seen any of these movies or TV shows, definitely let me know what you think of them and let me know which one of these is your favorite. And if you don't know what the random bag of movies is, it's basically getting movies from over at my parents' place. Little by little, I've gotten most of my collection out of there. Over the years, I've used it as storage, essentially. And like every time I've moved, I'll just, put stuff over there. And then, I've been in this location for 5.5 years now. But I still have stuff over there. I have pretty much everything gone now. I don't know, there might be like a few things in the closet somewhere, but most of the big stuff has been brought over here now. So my mom has usually put stuff in bags for me to pick up, and I don't usually know what's in there. It's just kind of a random assortment of stuff that I've forgotten I've even had in my collection, but it's nice to have them back where they belong. Some of them I might have duplicates of or have upgraded, like there's a bunch of DVDs in here. It's mostly DVDs. There's a few Blu-rays. So I'm just going to go through them and take a look. First off, I'll go over the Blu-rays. There's not that many. And first up, actually, for the Blu-rays are two, it looks like screener discs. This one has like a rip in the little plastic sleeve here, or cardboard sleeve rather. It's this one is a Well Go USA title. It's Snow Girl and the Dark Crystal. Now, I don't know if this was like a screener disc or if it was like a replacement disc. Like sometimes there's a lot of people that are not aware of different movies have issues. A lot of times, it's kind of nitpicky, honestly. It's like a second of audio that's off cue. Like you won't even notice it. Like I don't even know how some of these people notice it. Like with the Friday the 13th box set recently, like there was a couple things there was 3 different issues, 3 different discs, but each one was like a second. And like all these people were saying, oh, well, I hope you enjoy your garbage set. You're an idiot. It's the most amazing horror Blu-ray box set probably ever. And they were good about fixing it. They, set up a disc replacement. They, addressed the situation, sent out the replacement discs. I've got mine. So yeah, but a lot of people aren't aware, like there's other Scream Factory editions that had issues. There's even Criterion ones that had, Dress to Kill. But I think Child's Play was one for Scream Factory. There's a bunch of different other ones, but if you Google it, you'll find. So I don't know if there was an issue with this disc or if it was just like a screener disc. They don't usually send out screener discs like this. Like not too many companies do it. I used to have like a whole bunch of ones from like a low budget horror studio, and like I don't even remember the name of it. And it was just I don't even know how I got on the mailing list. They would just come like randomly all the time, and it was just like I'm never gonna watch these movies. I didn't request them. I didn't ask for them. It just looked terrible. Like all the movies, like no budget. There's a couple I think I kept for like that look like somewhat interesting, but I don't even know. Like sometimes it just happens if you start reviewing films, you'll get on like mailing lists and stuff. But not many companies do like this. Arrow Video was the last one that I remember doing like discs like this, screener discs. But even they, I think, stopped doing that a while ago now, as far as to my knowledge. But let's go ahead and get into the rest of, and this is a movie that I still haven't even seen, The Snow Girl. I have another like a regular Blu-ray copy of it, like in the Blu-ray case. So if anybody wants to do a trade for one of these, I'm going to look up first to see if it's a replacement disc or not. But at least one of those will be out the door. Next up, a Blockbuster rental is Then She Found Me. I remember when Blockbuster closed down, actually, and I can't believe it's been like 7 years now. And it's just, it's kind of heartbreaking, honestly. Like, I remember going to the mom and pop rental stores as a kid. I grew up in the VHS rental store era and just being enthralled by, especially the horror artwork on the VHS covers. And then, like, sneaking downstairs as a kid to watch horror movies when my parents were asleep. That just really kind of got me into it. So, when the mom and pop stores went out, then Blockbuster Hollywood Video took over. But, there hasn't been, at least in my area in New Jersey, a video rental store in 7 years since Blockbuster went out. So it's definitely sad. It was a kind of a form of socializing. I remember going to Blockbuster and having conversations with people. And I remember actually helping people find movies. They're trying to figure out what movie, they're explaining the plot, and I was able to figure it out. The employees didn't even figure it out, but I don't know. It's just again, a form of socializing that kids these days won't have. You know, you go there, you talk movies with people, recommend movies, and employees, and then other customers as well. And just seeing all the movies there, maybe some that you weren't familiar with and, you know, that catch your eye. I digress though. This is a formal Blockbuster rental. A lot of people weren't aware you can take the sleeve out and put it in a regular Blu-ray case and you'll never know that it came from Blockbuster. But this is directed by Helen Hunt as well. Let me know your favorite Helen Hunt movie. She stars in here too. As good as it gets, obviously she won an Oscar for that, great performance there. But I really liked a movie that came out a few years ago called The Sessions, a really touching film. And she's great in there, great performance in there too. I've always liked her as an actress. So she's done a lot of work, movie, TV. And this one is it looks like a dramatic love story. It's got a good cast: Matthew Broderick, Colin Firth, Helen Hunt, Bette Midler. And she's, I guess, divorced. And she's a school teacher, and she's just, I guess, trying to, you know, find love, essentially. And she comes in contact with her birth mother, too. I guess her adopted mother passes away. So there's a lot of drama going on. And basically, you know, she's growing older, and it says, you know, life can change in a heartbeat. And it looks like it's going to be heartwarming as well. So some good, maybe rom-com action. I'm picky when it comes to romance movies. Give me some good romance movies to check out. I like the cast here, and I do like Helen Hunt. So I'm gonna give this one a fair chance and finally check it out after 7 years. But again, it wasn't readily available to me. I forgot that I even had it. This one is kind of embarrassing. Both of these ones are probably ones I got when they were going out of business for like $1 or $2, you know? So, and J-Lo, to me, she's so stunning. I will watch anything that she's in. She is mind-blowingly stunning. I think she might be more attractive now than, you know, 30 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever. I remember her back in the day, you know, in the Fly Girls. But let me know your favorite J-Lo movie as well. Again, definitely let me know your favorite Helen Hunt movie. I think she's been in a lot of good movies, kind of underrated as well. But yeah, J-Lo as well. Again, I loved her in The Cell, even Anaconda, you know. Horror's my favorite genre. I don't know if there's too many like romance movies I've liked her in. I've watched movies solely for her, like Made in Manhattan. Couldn't stand that movie, but she was stunning in it. I watched the recent movie, I think it was called Hustlers, about like strippers, and she was in that. I thought that movie was awful. Didn't need to be made into a movie. It was a terrible storyline that doesn't work cinematically for me, but a lot of people seem to enjoy it. I don't know. But she was hot in there, so I'll give her that, you know. But this one, it looks like, you know, another typical romance movie. She's living in New York, newly single, and she's having a baby. And I guess she comes in contact with somebody, and it's like a whirlwind romance, and she falls head over heels. So there you go. That's the backup plan right there. J-Lo does look so stunning there. Oh my gosh. I might actually watch this coming up, just for her, essentially. Next up is After the Harvest, which I've never heard of this one. And this is the start of the DVDs. And it has Sam Shepard in there. I do like him as an actor. I think he's very talented. And this is from 1996. This sounds like it's going to be a very dramatic family kind of movie, dealing with a farm. And it's based in the 1920s. Groundbreaking novel Wild Geese. And it's just basically about this like tyrannical, I guess, father figure, and how he's just controlling his whole family. And it just goes from there, and the family reaches a breaking point, and they have to deal with the year's harvest. And there's going to be turmoil, celebration, disaster, and a change for every family member. So sounds interesting. Again, Sam Shepard, really good actor. Actually, let me show you the box sets while I have them down here on the floor, and so I don't forget about them. But first up, there's actually a comic book in here too. This is a Star Wars comic book variant edition, which I always, you know, this kind of looks like Bucky O'Hare. I don't know if you guys remember Bucky O'Hare. I think it was a cartoon, but and a video game as well. But this is a Star Wars character that appeared in like the comic books, I think, right after New Hope. But I think his name is Jackson. And I think I got this from a Zavvi box back in the day, probably like, you know, 6 years ago. Artwork looks pretty amazing, actually. So I know I dig it, but I don't have any of the others. So I'm probably going to get rid of this comic book. If anybody's into comic books, let me know. This is apparently a variant edition. I don't know if it has any value at all, but it looks pretty awesome. I dig the artwork. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's super awesome. I don't want, I just have so much. I still have a ton of comics I actually have to get rid of. Oh, look at that shot. That is friggin' awesome. Looks like a cantina kind of shot. But I have so many, oh, Jabba. So many comic books I still have to get rid of from like when I was younger. It's just kind of like taking up space. So as cool as this looks, I gotta get rid of it. So if anybody is interested in this, oh, look at everybody all jailed up in there. Definitely let me know. I think it looks super cool. And again, it's a variant edition. It says #1 on it. Yeah, I don't know. Apparently it was $5, direct edition. But yeah, I don't know. If you're interested, let me know in that. But let's go ahead and get into the box sets for DVD, which I'm embarrassed that these are still sealed. This giant complete collection, complete series for their Incredible Hulk from, I think it was like started in like the late 70s, 77 to 82 maybe. I think it was like a 5-year run like that. I don't know if it says on here or not. I don't see it right now, but there's 63 hours in here. So that is wild. Holy moly. Yeah, I remember watching the reruns from this. It's 82 episodes on 20 discs right here. But I remember watching the reruns all the time. Bill Bixby, and then I'm trying to remember the other guy, the yoked up guy that actually played the Hulk. I can't remember. Lou Ferrigno. But yeah, a bunch of bonus features right there. I love the way this has kind of like a reflective foily thing on the letters, and then the letters for the Hulk are like bubbled up. You probably can't see, it never seemed to catch that hollow foil design. I don't know, maybe a little bit right there, tiny bit, you can see it maybe, but that design is super awesome. So I'm excited to actually check this out. I've had it for so long, and now I can finally watch it, relive my memories of that as a kid. But I remember, yeah, watching that all the time growing up. Next up, I loved this series, also brand new, still sealed. I'm actually going to be getting rid of this one. It is a big, it's a boxy set, it's a heavy set. 7 seasons right here, 28 DVDs with all 88 episodes. Bonus disc with 2 exclusive Never Before Seen featurettes, over 63 hours of amazing special features from all 7 seasons. Wow, that's crazy. Collectible 34-page book right here too. But yeah, the complete series for the Shield, I love this one. I think this was one of the most fitting endings for a series ever. I love it so much. I feel like most series, they don't end well. I'm trying to get it so you can't see the reflection on that, but it's got the wrapping on there still, and then it's got like a clear protective case on here too. But yeah, this and Sons of Anarchy to me have like the best endings ever, most fitting ones. So pretty awesome. I have the Blu-ray set for this now, which is a smaller, more compact edition. But so this is the DVD set right here. If anybody's interested in either buying this from me or doing a trade, let me know. I do love the heck out of that show. Really good crime, drama, thrilling, really tense moments. Great cast in there. Michael Chiklis was awesome. But yeah, the whole cast really shined, and I love the way how that played out. Amazing ending finale for it. Again, that with Sons of Anarchy are 2 of my favorite TV show finales. Let me know what your favorite TV show finale is. Next up is Selena. I believe this is from like 97. Yes, 1997. Sometimes I can remember things. But this is like one of her earlier starring roles. I remember she was in like Money Train before this. But just a few things. But again, I remember, Fly Girls. Let me know what your favorite J-Lo movie is. Again, I, mentioned her over there before with the Backup Plan movie. But great performance in this one. I actually have the Blu-ray for this, so if anybody's interested in this DVD, let me know. And the old snapper case right there. But yeah, I remember this being just an amazing performance, really kind of heartbreaking and tragic what happened to the real Selena. And I know there's a like a Netflix series for this, but I haven't heard good things for the Selena series. Next up is Everybody's Fine, which I remember really enjoying the heck out of this one, but it being really sad, emotionally moving, but it had some emotional honesty. I really like the cast: Robert De Niro, Drew Barrymore, Kate Beckinsale, Sam Rockwell. Yeah, so I remember, I think it was basically the father figure trying to, kind of get in touch with his children. And, he kind of realizes that, he hasn't connected with them, and, they spend time together, kind of all of the children are grown up, family reunion, and he's a widower, and, he's just trying to get closer to them. And you find out more as the story unravels, and it's just very touching. Some great performances here. If you like, again, sad but heartwarming at the same time, family dramas, good elements of comedy in here too, I'd recommend checking this one out. I have this one on Blu-ray, so again, if anybody's interested in the DVD, let me know. Definitely would recommend that one. Next up is one that I haven't seen. I remember hearing good things about it when it came out, but also hearing, I guess there was maybe a weird romance. I don't know if it was with Peter O'Toole and the young actress here or not, but Academy Award nominee for Best Actor for Peter O'Toole in 2006. So yeah, he apparently has I'm trying to remember, there's other cast members in here too. There's other people that are recognizable. Oh, Vanessa Redgrave, Richard Griffiths, but there's a few other people. And basically he's a aging veteran actor in here who becomes taken with the grandniece of his closest friend. So there's that. He, I guess, I'm assuming that it's a romance aspect here with this young girl, and he's, I don't know, I guess it's mutual. But yeah, they don't really, they're just trying to, I guess, figure things out. And I don't know, I have mixed feelings about that. I've heard good things about this film, and Peter O'Toole. Let me know your favorite Peter O'Toole movie. I don't know, I feel weird about this. Hopefully it's maybe not romantic, maybe it's just more him trying to, impart wisdom to her, and I don't know. But I heard that it might be romantic, and that just, I don't know, man. He's so old, and I don't know. That weirds me out, forgive me on that. But I'm gonna keep an open mind and give this one a chance. Next up is Carolina Moon with Claire. I do want to say, obviously, she looks like, she's of legal age, so there's that at least. But still, I don't know, the age difference looks so dramatic. It's kind of jarring. So we'll see. I don't know, it looks like there's somebody else there on the back too, but romance-wise. But this one here is Carolina Moon with Claire Forlani, who, to me, she looks like another actress. Maybe I'm getting confused. Maybe I've seen her in something else, but right there on that front cover, she looks like somebody to me, and I can't place it. And this guy I've seen in a bunch of movies. I remember he played kind of like a dopey character in a TV show with David Spade, I believe. He was kind of great in that performance. I can't remember the name of that show right now. It was an okay show. I would watch it whenever it was on, but wasn't great. And I don't know, David Spade, they always portrayed him as like this womanizer and ladies man. It's hard for me to wrap my head around that. David Spade, I never thought he was that funny. Like maybe in the SNL days, way back in the day, but like ever since then, I just never was a big fan. He was in a movie with a bunch of people. It was kind of like a Adam Sandler produced movie, I believe. Happy Madison, maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but it was called The Wrong Missy. It was on Netflix. I thought that movie was hilarious, a lot of fun, but not because of him. It was because of the lead actress. He was just kind of there. But I digress. This one right here, and Jacqueline Bisset is in here too. It's a thriller, and it's about a woman coming to her hometown to make peace with her unsettling past. She has horrific images that she's reliving, and she has psychic visions. So yeah, that sounds crazy. There's a sociopath that's been waiting for her return, and she has supernatural powers, and she's gonna use it to catch the killer and save the next victim. It's kind of intriguing, actually. So to me, it looks like almost like a Lifetime cover. It's a Nora Roberts movie. She did like a lot of those kind of like romance novels and stuff like that. I remember my ex-fiance back in the day, she used to read like Nora Roberts books. In fact, I think I got her a bunch, and then we broke up, and I never gave them to her. I think I still have them like somewhere sitting like in my garage. But yeah, so I'll watch this one. It actually sounds more intriguing the more that I read the synopsis on the background for it. Next up is 40 Days and 40 Nights. I've got the Blu-ray for this, so if anybody's interested in this one, let me know. I love this movie. Basically, I'm so mad. Josh Hartnett, it's just his name on the front cover, but it's all about Shannon Sossamon to me. Oh my gosh, she is so absolutely stunning. She was my #1 celebrity crush for so long. Oh my gosh, so amazing. Basically, it's him taking like a, a kind of a vow of celibacy for 40 days and 40 nights, and he meets her and falls for her, and just people taking bets on if he can, hold out and how it affects her and their relationship. I just thought it was a lot of fun. I like the cast a lot. And again, Shannon Sossamon's so absolutely friggin' stunning. Oh my gosh. So amazing. And one of the guys from Pete and Pete is in here too. I don't know. I really like the cast in here. I thought it was a lot of fun. Great rom-com. Again, I'm picky when it comes to that. But for me, I think it was about the cast that really drew me in, especially Shannon Sossamon. So, oof. Oh my gosh. Just seeing her again. Oof. Blood is pumping. Next up is Pump Up the Volume in a snapper case. I'm going to get rid of this one because this is going to have a Warner Archive Blu-ray release coming up soon. Is it bigger than a baby's arm? But yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen this one, but I remember that line being in here. I remember really liking the cast in here too. And it's directed by Alan Moyle, who also directed Empire Records. He directed a few things, but not a ton of stuff. But I remember, I want to say The Gun and Betty Lou's Handbag as well. But yeah, I remember Empire Records is a classic for sure. I remember this one being kind of underrated. I definitely enjoyed it, but he's like a DJ on a pirate radio station, and he's trying to kind of like empower the other high school classmates. And he talks about all kinds of stuff: sex, love, rock and roll. But he talks about the corrupt principal and a bunch of other FCC's trying to shut him down, and kind of a rebel DJ aspect, and these kids, obviously it rings true with high schools and stuff like that, and rebellious nature and trying to find themselves, question authority and things of that nature. So I'm definitely looking forward to revisiting this one. I think it comes out on Warner Archive in maybe like a month or two. I'm not 100% sure, but I know it's coming up soon, so I'm excited for that. So I'm going to get rid of this one. If anybody's interested, let me know. Again, a snapper case. Let me know your favorite Christian Slater movie. He was really good in, Mr. Robot as well. I have to catch up on the last season for that, actually. But next up, the last one in here is Chloe and Theo, which stars Dakota Johnson right there, and then Mira Sorvino, and then Theo is played by Theo Ekumak. I assume he's an Inuit from the Arctic, and he travels to New York City with an important message for the world leaders about a catastrophic impact climate change is having on his home. And then he meets a homeless girl, Dakota Johnson, and they embark on the odyssey to save the world. So there's that. And I actually saw a documentary about the Inuit people, and basically how they use seal and seal skin and blubber and all that stuff to survive. And they've used it for so long. And meanwhile, there's a huge kind of play against you doing that. Obviously people are against. Nobody wants to see baby seals being clubbed, but it's part of their way of life. It's how they make money. It's how they eat. And I remember Ellen is one of those ones doing a big charge against that. Killing seals and stuff like that. I can understand it, but it's part of their way of life. So it was kind of interesting to see it from their perspective. So this sounds like an interesting thing. I've always been kind of fascinated with, Native culture. I have some Native American blood in me, and I've always been kind of curious about that. So yeah, I don't know. This one sounds interesting, and I do like Mira Sorvino a lot. Dakota Johnson, I think, is actually a good actress. She was in the 50 Shades movies, which I've never seen, but I feel like a lot of people kind of pigeonholed her for that. But she's been in other things where I've actually really enjoyed her. And obviously climate change is very important, but I kind of want to see more from the perspective of his culture and seeing, how it affects everything that's going on in the world. Again, like I said, you see all those PSAs and all the celebrities and stuff, making all the different announcements and to go against, seal hunting and stuff like that. And I totally understand it, but at the same time, you have to take into consideration how they've been doing this for, centuries, essentially. So there you go. Those are all of the movies, a bunch that are going to be, you know, available. If you want to do trades or are interested in purchasing them, I might show them in a, you know, for sale video. It's funny because those videos get a lot of views sometimes. But yeah, again, some of these maybe screener discs, and Selena, Everybody's Fine, 40 Days of 40 Night, Pump Up the Volume for sure. And then the Shield collection right here, the complete series, brand new, still sealed. Again, this is an amazing show if you like, you know, cop drama, cop thriller kind of stuff like that. Great cast, great finale as well, which is rare to come by. Let me know if you've seen any of these movies, TV shows, what you think of them, and which one of these is your favorite. Leave me those comments down below, and I hope everybody's doing well. Take care.